Imagine a hot, dusty morning in Ouagadougou, the busy capital of Burkina Faso, where the sun shines bright like a fire in the sky. The presidential palace stands tall, its golden walls sparkling, showing everyone it's the heart of power. Soldiers in neat uniforms stand at the gates, watching everything with sharp eyes. Inside, President Ibrahim Traoré, a leader loved by the people for his kind heart and strong will, sits in a big room with his advisors. They talk about important things, like how to make the country better, with papers and plans all around. But something strange is happening outside the palace gates, something that will grab your attention and keep you wondering. A woman stands alone, dressed in old, torn clothes, like she's walked 1,000 miles. Her shoes are worn out, covered in red dust, and her head is wrapped in a faded scarf. She holds a small, old sack tied with a rope and leans on a crooked stick to stand. Her face is wrinkled, but her eyes shine like they know secrets from long ago. She looks poor, like a beggar, but she's not asking for food or money. She wants one thing. "I must see the president," she says, her voice calm but strong, like a river that never stops flowing. Can you believe it? A woman like her, standing at the palace gates, demanding to see the leader of the country. What's her story? Keep reading, because this tale is about to get wild. The guard at the gate, a big man named Sergeant Musa, laughs loudly, his voice booming like thunder. "Old woman, this isn't a market. You can't just walk up and ask for the president," he says, shaking his head. He thinks she's lost or crazy, but the woman doesn't move. "I've walked across deserts and rivers to bring a message and a gift for Ibrahim Traoré," she says, her eyes locked on Mouse's. Her voice is soft but firm, like she's not afraid of anyone. Musa stops laughing. Something about her makes him feel uneasy, like she's more than she seems. He tells her to go away, but she sits on a small stone by the gate, her sack in her lap, and waits. The sun gets hotter, burning the ground, but she stays there, calm and still, like a tree rooted deep in the earth. People walking by start to whisper. "Who is that woman?" one says. "She must be mad," says another. "They should chase her away," a man grumbles. But she doesn't care about their words. She sits and waits, her eyes fixed on the palace, like she knows something big is coming. Hours pass, and Musa gets angry. He steps forward to shout at her again. But just then, a young woman comes out of the palace. Her name is Amina, a kind aide who works for the president. She sees the old woman and feels something strange, like this isn't just a beggar. What's going on here? Can you feel the mystery growing? Amina walks up to the woman, her voice gentle. "Mama, why are you here? This is the president's palace. It's not a place for strangers." The old woman looks up, and when their eyes meet, Amina feels a chill. Those eyes aren't crazy. They're deep, like pools of water holding secrets from long ago. "I have a gift and a message for President Ibrahim," the woman says, lifting her sack a little. "I won't leave until I give it to him." Amina looks at the torn clothes, the dusty shoes, the old stick, but something tells her this woman is special. She doesn't know why, but her heart says to listen. "Wait here," Amina says, then hurries back inside the palace, her heart beating fast. She runs through the shiny halls, past golden curtains and big statues, until she reaches the president's office. She knocks and steps inside, where Ibrahim and his advisors are talking. "Sir," she says, catching her breath, "there's an old woman at the gate. She says she's come from far away with a gift and a message for you. She won't leave." The advisors laugh. "A beggar," one says. "Send her away," says another. But Ibrahim, a man who listens more than he speaks, raises his hand. His eyes are calm but sharp, like a lion watching the grass. "A message, you say?" he asks. "Yes, sir," Amina replies. She looks poor, but she's different. Ibrahim nods, a small smile on his face. "Bring her in," he says. The advisors gasp. "Sir, she's just an old woman in rags," one protests. But Ibrahim's voice is firm. "Wisdom doesn't wear fancy clothes," he says. "Let her in, and treat her like a guest." Can you imagine? A beggar walking into the palace. What's she carrying in that sack? Amina rushes back to the gate, her sandals tapping on the stone path. "Mama, the president says you can come in," she says. The old woman stands slowly, her stick in one hand, her sack in the other. She doesn't smile, but her eyes shine with purpose. Musa, the guard, steps aside, his face red with shame for laughing at her. The crowd outside watches, whispering louder now. Who is she, they ask. Why is she going inside? The woman walks through the palace gates, her steps slow but steady, like she's walking on sacred ground. Amina stays close, guiding her through the grand halls, where cleaners stop sweeping and secretaries peek out of offices. Everyone's staring at this strange woman in torn clothes, walking where only the powerful go. They reach the president's office, a big room with wooden walls carved with pictures of Burkina Faso's heroes, golden curtains, and a huge desk. Ibrahim stands to greet her, wearing a simple white tunic, his face kind but serious. "Welcome, Mama," he says, like he's talking to his own mother. "Please sit." The woman nods and sits, her sack on her lap, her stick leaning against the chair. The room goes quiet. Ibrahim looks at her, and she looks back, their eyes meeting like two rivers joining. No one speaks. The advisors stand in the corner, watching, some still thinking this is a waste of time. But the air feels heavy, like something big is about to happen. Can you feel the excitement? What's in that sack? The woman reaches into her sack, moving slowly, like she's handling something holy. She pulls out a small wooden box, old and dark, covered in carvings of stars, rivers, and trees that look like they were made before the world began. She sets it on the desk, her hands gentle, like it's a treasure. "This is for you," she says, her voice soft but clear, like a bell ringing in the distance. Ibrahim opens the box, his fingers careful. Inside is a small piece of gold, no bigger than an egg, but it glows with a strange light, like it's alive. It's not like normal gold. It feels warm, almost pulsing, like it has a heartbeat. Next to it is a cloth, folded neatly, woven with threads that shine like stars, patterns of old symbols swirling across it. Ibrahim stares, his eyes wide. "What is this?" he asks, his voice low. The woman's face softens, but her eyes stay sharp. "This is the gold of ancestors," she says. "It was made in the fires of our people's first days, blessed by their spirits. It protects leaders who rule with a good heart. The cloth is woven by our grandmothers, their prayers sewn into every thread. Together, they are a shield against evil." Ibrahim's heart beats faster. He feels the weight of her words, like they're sinking into his soul. "And the message?" he asks. She leans forward, her voice dropping to a whisper that fills the room. "Allah chose you, Ibrahim Traoré, to lead this land through hard times. But danger is close. People around you smile but hide knives in their hearts. Keep the gold near. If it gets warm, be careful. If it burns, run. It will show you what your eyes can't see." The advisors shift, some rolling their eyes, but Ibrahim listens, his face still. Can you believe her words? Who are these enemies, and how will the gold save him? Ibrahim looks at the woman, searching her face. "Who are you, Mama? Where do you come from?" he asks. She shakes her head, a small smile on her lips. "My name doesn't matter. My home is nowhere and everywhere. I'm just a messenger, sent to help you." She stands, her stick tapping the floor, ready to leave. Ibrahim stands too, his voice soft. "Stay, Mama. Rest here. Let us take care of you." But she raises her hand, her eyes kind but firm. "My place isn't in palaces," she says. "I go where the wind takes me." She walks to the door, then turns back, her voice strong. "Power is like a river, Ibrahim. It can give life or destroy. Stay humble, and the gold will keep you safe." She leaves, her steps slow but sure, disappearing into the busy streets of Ouagadougou. The guards watch her go, even Musa now quiet, his eyes wide. "She's not a beggar," he whispers to another guard. "She's something else." Back in his office, Ibrahim holds the gold, feeling its warmth, like a small sun in his hand. He puts it in a leather pouch and slips it into his pocket, close to his heart. The cloth he lays over his chair, its shining threads like a promise from the past. Days pass, then weeks, but the woman's words stay with him, like a song he can't forget. He goes about his work, visiting villages, talking to farmers, signing papers to help the poor, but he always touches the gold, feeling its warmth, checking for danger. Every night, he prays, asking Allah to guide him. But the real test is coming, and it's closer than he thinks. Can you guess what's next? The danger is growing. One evening, Ibrahim is invited to a big dinner in Bobo Dioulasso, a city full of life and color. The hall is like a dream, lights sparkling, tables covered with food, the smell of spices filling the air. Important people are there, businessmen in fancy suits and diplomats from faraway countries. Ibrahim walks in, his simple clothes making him stand out, but his smile is warm, like always. A man in a black suit comes up, his smile big but his eyes cold, like a snake's. "Sir, "We made a special dish for you," he says, pointing to a plate of rice and fish, steaming hot and smelling good. Ibrahim nods, saying, "Thank you." But as the man walks away, the gold in his pocket gets hot, so hot it almost burns his fingers. His heart jumps. He hears the woman's voice in his head. "When it burns, run." He closes his eyes, says a quick prayer, and pushes the plate away. "I'm not feeling well," he says, his voice calm. "Please, eat without me." People look at him, some worried, some annoyed. The man in the suit frowns but stays quiet. Ibrahim stands, his guards following, and leaves the hall. In the car, he checks the gold. It's still warm but cooling. The next day, news spreads. The food was poisoned, a deadly trick to kill him. The man in the suit and another guest, a foreign agent, have disappeared. Ibrahim's guards find proof. It was a plan by people who hate his work to stop corruption. Sitting in his office, the gold cool again, Ibrahim whispers, "Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Allah." But the biggest danger is still coming, and it will hurt more than he can imagine. Can you feel the suspense? The gold becomes Ibrahim's secret protector. He carries it everywhere, feeling its warmth, trusting its warning. But the worst betrayal is hiding in plain sight. Amina, the kind aide who brought the old woman to him, is now his closest helper. She's always there, smiling, organizing his day, giving advice. Everyone trusts her, especially Ibrahim. One morning, they're driving to a big meeting with leaders from all over Burkina Faso. The streets of Ouagadougou are busy, people waving as the president's car passes. Amina sits beside him, holding papers, saying, "Sir, this meeting is important. The leaders need your words." But then, the gold in Ibrahim's pocket burns hotter than ever, like fire against his skin. His heart stops. He looks at Amina, her smile so familiar, her voice so kind. Could she be the danger? "Stop the car," he says, his voice hard. The driver pulls over, confused. Amina looks worried. "Sir, we're late," she says. But Ibrahim's eyes are sharp. "Amina, get out." They step onto the quiet road, and he holds up the gold, glowing red like a warning flame. "This says there's danger," he says. "And it's never been this hot." Amina's face goes white. "Sir, I don't know what you mean," she says, her voice shaking. But the guards search her bag and find a small device, a switch for a bomb hidden at the meeting place. Ibrahim's heart breaks. "Amina, why?" he asks, his voice soft but hurt. Tears fall from her eyes. "They threaten my family," she cries. "They paid me to do it." The guards take her away, and later, she confesses everything. She was working with enemies, politicians, foreigners, even people in the government, who want Ibrahim gone because he's too honest, too strong. The court moves fast. Amina is sent to prison for life, crying as she's led away. Ibrahim stands on the palace balcony that night, the gold cool again, the city shining below. He thinks of the old woman, her torn clothes, her wise eyes. Was she sent by God? Was she an ancestor? No one knows. She was never seen again, but her gold saved him twice, a gift from the past to protect the future. Ibrahim rules with more care now, building schools, helping the poor, praying on the ancestral cloth. The woman's words echo, "Stay humble, and the gold will guide you." But who is she, and will her gift save him again? This story of mystery, danger, and faith will stay with you. A reminder that Africa's secrets are alive, waiting to be told.